Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the agents of Deaf George.
Hey!
Deaf George.
And this video is our Metawatch video.
Metawatch.
Metawatch, yes. So, I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it, because it'd be much better than this one. Games Workshop released a video, Metawatch video, for Warhammer Underworlds. I have to say, when they advertised the Metawatch videos on...
Never watch them.
I never watched them, I don't care.
No, just couldn't care less.
And actually, I probably wouldn't care even if I played the game, because I wouldn't ever play it enough to care about the meta. I'd be collecting whatever I was collecting. And
exactly.
The meta would be irrelevant to
right, turn into crap. I don't care. Yeah. I'm still buying them because I like them.
Exactly. But I actually found it really interesting and really nice that a game I liked, and I actually understood the video.
Yeah.
They made a video.
They were talking about it. Like, I know about this.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to have that acknowledgement from GW at last. It was almost just like, yes, we know you're out there, Underworlds players, and we are thinking about you now. Exactly,
because, I mean, Nick has been brilliant for the community, but sometimes he feels like an excited puppy.
But he's also been brilliant for the community, but in a personal sense. He's not been doing it from a GW sort of sense. It's been completely on his own, and finally... And it is fantastic. Yeah. It's really energising and incredibly infectious, but it's just nice now that GW have gone, oh yeah, we should support this game a bit. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it a bit more.
And we've met John before quite a few years ago now.
It was,
Grand Clashes.
One of the first few Grand Clashes.
He's been really involved in the game for a long time. It's really great.
He's been so busy, he's not had time to get a haircut. Sorry, John. I'm just jealous.
Yeah, so it was really nice to get his thoughts and how the process works, and to know that he does actually read the emails. Because I'm a bit cynical.
Sending him a lot.
I'm a bit cynical,
and
I've always thought nobody reads those.
Yeah.
Because basically, if that was my job, I wouldn't read them. No. Because I'm just cynical. But he says he does read them, and I'm actually going to send him one, because I do have I have one thought which we talked about in a different video. So I am going to send him one. So John, check your inbox.
We're coming for you, John. So it was good to see them talking about it, and it was also nice to hear that they're saying that they are planning to do more regular updates, more regular erratas, more regular reviews of rules, and that just in general they're just looking more closely at the warband balances, what's being played a lot more. Obviously this is all from a tournament aspect, but hopefully warbands aren't doing well or being played a lot in tournaments. The weaker warbands in general are then going to get a bit more love, and so us casual players will find them more balanced as well.
Looking at the stats, and I guess we've only done a couple of tournaments, but you can count the number of Loon Court and Vilmorn players on no hands.
Yes, they did say that those were the two that they were first going to look at, and he even talked a little bit about how they were going to try and balance the Loon Court a bit more, and it was nice to get like a bit more of an analysis view from the game designer as to where they feel they fall down, and to get a more sort of like technologically terminology laden sort of approach to it, to go, that's pretty much what we always thought, but we just sort of looked at it from the point of view of they're a bit naff, whereas he's actually quantified it and qualified it a bit more.
Tried to explain what they tried to do and why it didn't quite work.
And
then sort of
what they aimed
to do just use the fighter cards, change those. Like for Vilmorn, they said they were going to accelerate their token.
Because it's all around the it's all about the command tokens and stuff. So how they can do something about that, and with the Loon Court, it's about how they can accelerate them inspiring, because they're better when they're inspired than your average grot, which, I mean, we never would have really realised because we played about 2 games with them, and so is everybody else, I think. So it was really good to see that. No mention of axes or eyes, though, John. I mean, I think they're quite low down.
Yeah. I think basically the upgrade to eyes was Ephelim.
Yeah, that's true,
Axes still need one.
Yeah, it's true, So maybe there's one coming out, because there's a Warcry warband coming out of the axes equivalent, so maybe there'll be a new one. You never know. They did say in there, very importantly, there would be no more beta rules. So I think that's a good thing.
And my first thought was, oh my god, that's terrible, the beta rules.
That was my first thought as well.
But what they meant was they're not going to call them beta rules. They're basically going to issue the update, because there was some confusion over should we be playing this tournament with the beta rule without it and what have you. Now it is literally they'll update it, and that's what you play. That's
the rule. That's that you go anywhere. That's the rule. And if it's rubbish, or if people go, this sucks, it makes them worse, or it doesn't help them or anything, they'll then just update the rule and create a new, what's it called? It's not an editor commentary, is it? Something like that, I can't remember.
Designer's commentary?
Designer's commentary, that's it. They're just going to stick it in there.
I guess it will be an errata.
Yeah, I guess.
It just won't be a beta rule.
It's going to be slightly annoying that we're not going to get new cards, or that they're not going to produce new card art that people could print out and stick over top of the old ones. But just having
Maybe
it,
no, they won't.
they won't. So, but it's at least nice that we're going to get that. People at least can be aware of what's going on with their war bands.
It's interesting to hear that they have got a little team of kind of playtesters. I assume my phone must be broken or something.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything yet.
Because they're talking about people who are experienced and good at the game.
Yeah.
And we haven't got any calls or emails. I'll check my spam folder, maybe.
I think I've realised why.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's nice to hear that they are engaging the community and talking to a lot of people about that again. It's just nice to hear that GW are making these changes and they are more aware of it. They might have been doing it before, to be fair. They might just be saying, basically, we're doing what we've been doing all along. But it's just nice to get a video. It's probably the first video they've done about Underworlds that's been of any real use.
Yeah, I would say that. I think just knowing that there is a team out there beavering away trying to make the game better makes you feel better about the game.
Yeah.
Whereas they may, like you say, they may have been doing that for the last 5 years, but you didn't know.
It's just all about the optics.
There was times of radio silence, and there were some times of radio silence, you think, well, what's the future of this game? But suddenly it feels like they're taking it seriously. They talked about the rising numbers in the Rivals format and the Nemesis format, and explaining why they were such good formats. There was, for some people, the bad news or lack of news about Relic/Championship formats.
No mention at all of that.
Doesn't really sound great for those guys.
I mean, GW have got the numbers right. They can see how well things are going. If Rivals and Nemesis are pulling bodies into the game and it's introducing more people to it, it's going to be the thing they favour.
It is. I mean, they talked about consistency of data for the tournament perspective, so I do think they might be going to give Championship the boot, but
who knows?
They'll never get rid of it completely, will they? No, people love it, and
it's an easy thing. It's an easy thing for them to support. They might just reduce the number of things they do around restricted cards and stuff like that. But there's nothing to stop them if they see a high propensity of those cards appearing, of restricting them even in the Nemesis format potentially. But I think they want to keep that simple. So
I think we definitely got the idea that it's going to be Rivals for beginners.
Definitely
Nemesis
looks like
a bit of depth.
Yeah.
I believe the Grand Clash final thing that's going on in Atlanta is going to be.
It's going to be Nemesis as well. So
that's the way the cookie has crumbled.
It would appear so, but frankly, personally, I think it's the better format. So more Underworlds is all good.
They've also talked about how they're going to big up support for tournament organisers, which we can count ourselves amongst them. We've organised a tournament.
Yeah, haven't done it yet, but we've organised one.
Sure, 11th of November. Surrey.
Check it out.
Check it out on our Facebook page.
Yep.
But that's really good because again it shows that they're thinking about the tournament process and the people who are trying to run tournaments, trying to make that run as smooth as possible. I guess they would probably quite like to get to a position where people run tournaments because it's value for money rather than people who love the game.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people run the tournaments because they love the game and they want people to come and play the game.
Yeah.
Whereas they might want to get into a position where venues say, we're running an Underworlds tournament because we get 50 people in and they'll buy 50 pints of beer, etc., and off we go.
Yeah.
Because I guess there's probably their sweet spot.
Yeah.
So that support is solid for those guys as well.
So that was pretty much everything that they went through in there. I think we've covered a lot of it. It is worth watching if you haven't watched it. It's good to see them just talking about it, and it just fills me with a lot more positive vibes for the future of Underworlds.
Absolutely, going forward, I don't know if you've said this or not, but going forward we're going to see regular rules updates. They promised one just after Death Gorge out.
Yep.
So, if we keep getting those regularly and we keep feeling like we're being fed, then we'll stay
acknowledged.
Hungry.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No. Well, the more I eat, the hungrier I end up getting. So
keep gorging yourself.
On death. No, not actually death. No. Chocolate. So anyway, we'll see you soon in Chocolate Gorge. I mean Death Gorge.